Hello guys and girls, Thursday live trading room. Hello everyone. As usual we have Lachlan. Lachlan, good morning. Let's check together the Zoom and YouTube that you guys can chat, you can hear us, and everything is working fine for you. Please text in the chat if you can hear us, if you can see us well, and everything is working for you. Once we are done with checking, we can start the live stream.
Sounds like a good plan.
Exactly.
Plan. Absolutely. Now we g'day Giz. So yeah, we're good, and our sound is good
right.
fun. We're getting it.
Great. Then let's start our live stream. Good morning once again, everyone. Lachlan, what can you tell us about the markets? Briefly, we had a conversation already with Lachlan before the live stream. What can you share with us?
S&P 500 record highs again last night. So we are facing an almost identical scenario to yesterday, unless they decide. Right? Unless they decide they're going to break a very, very key daily level. What we've got is a situation where today, like yesterday, we're going to be targeting long-range longs, short-range shorts. We will probably get all of our trading done in the first 35 to 40 minutes. And today is going to be about tight risk control, long-range targets. If we get on a runner, we're going to try and run it as far as we can. Today, it will be a day of swing triggers, just like yesterday. So.
That sounds amazing, right? More long runners means what? More potential reward out of it.
Much, yeah. So I think the key today, guys, the key today will be to control your risk quickly and let the profit run, because if it runs, the market is very buoyant today. So if it runs, it's going to run really well. So that's the goal, to run with it as far as we possibly can.
Great. I absolutely love the mood already. As usual, I believe that with Lachlan, it's a wonderful opportunity for every one of you guys who is watching it to get some guidance, get some experience from him, and watch how he does it. From my side, just a quick reminder to all of you that right now we have a May campaign running, 30% off for new customers, 20% off for existing customers. You can use the codes join30 for 30% off if you're the first time customer with the trading pit, and grow20 for 20% off if you're an existing client. Guys, it's a wonderful opportunity for May. Check out our social media, check out our website in order to get more details. And as usual, happy trading to all of you. Lachlan, at this point, I'm giving the word to you. And I wish all of you guys a lot of discipline, rules following, and fun, right?
Sounds great, mate. Thank you. I like the discipline and rules following. That's exactly what we're chasing. So what I'm going to do, guys, I'm just going to make sure that you can see my PowerPoint. So that is working correctly. So we'll run through this as quickly as we can. I do think today is going to be a lot of fun. So let's get into it. So a couple of key messages. Again, we are live on YouTube. We're on live on YouTube today. So most important, as my humble opinion, having done the trading thing since, so I started in 2007, guys, having done it properly since 2009. May I suggest trading is not easy, but it is simple. Consistency is the key to success in trading. So what we're going to be doing today is we are going to be targeting consistency. That is the consistency is the way forward. So guys, we run a live trading room. The reason we ultimately do this is not only are we building a community of traders around the world, guys, but it's quite amazing, guys, to see the teamwork. We've got coffee meetings going on around the world, guys. We've got hub meetings going on. We've got a brand new hub that's about to start over in Western Australia. So these are. What's a hub? Guys, a hub is ultimately a group of people that get together and talk about trading, guys. The reason we do that is trading is not only about how do you perform in the charts, but it's also about building a community, guys. We tend to find a live trading room is a really, really smart way of doing that. Now, speaking of that, guys, a well-run live trading room is going to give you immediate proof of performance. Guys, we want to build confidence. Ultimately, there's nowhere to hide. And of course, there's an AMA opportunity, which is a military term for Ask Me Anything. Guys, now the live trading rooms, as we've got multiple rooms, they do run 5 days a week. This is the European Open room that focuses on the FDAX. As we do have a US closed room that focuses on NASDAQ and S&P, and we also have a European Open room that focuses on the NASDAQ and the S&P 500. Now, as with that said, we'll run through our compliance slides, which are 100% probably the most important thing. As the reason they are so important is that we need to make sure that we're covering all jurisdictions. So first and foremost, we are trading futures. Some people with TTP will be trading CFDs. What does that mean? There's two risks in trading. There's risk of making money and losing money. Because we are trading futures and/or CFDs, guys, we are trading on margin. That means we borrow money every time we take a trade. What does that ultimately mean? Guys, that means that our risk is amplified, our potential profit is amplified. So today what we are going to be doing is we're going to be using a tight risk control point. As we're going to be going for a short range and a long range target, as we'll be able to guide you in and out of the market accordingly. And the reason we do that is we want to stack the risk to reward ratio significantly in our favor when the market agrees with what we're doing. Because everything we do today is general information only. All the signals that we're going to be talking about today are 100%, guys, as per the 101 education course, which is the video course used at Samurai to train our traders on how to trade. As past performance, we're no longer allowed to use it as a guide to future performance, even though, guys, everything we do, particularly the trades that I execute, those are the trades that I talk about in the live trading room. I put up an Instagram post and a YouTube post and a TikTok post, I should say. Goes every day, basically saying these are the trades we spoke about in the live trading room. Guys, we did have a negative trade yesterday, so I make a very, very strong point of mentioning that we got a negative trade. We know why it was a negative trade, guys, and as a result, guys, we can learn, and we can grow as a team, which is good fun. Now, in terms of market risk factors, now, mind you, I say that, guys, only a few people got the losing trade yesterday. A lot of the traders had actually finished trading for the day. So it doesn't mean everybody got the loss. It was only selected traders that got the loss. So therefore, we keep building. Now, as because we are trading over the internet, there's a wonderful thing called market risk factors. I'll do my best to guide you in and out of the market, guys, as per the 101 signals. As there's no guarantee you'll be able to get in where we get in or get out where we want to get out. And as a result of that, guys, we have to say that everything we do today is hypothetical. That's just the stock standard. Everything's got to be hypothetical. So that's just the way it goes. Guys, a brief history. Who am I? My name's Lockie, guys. I'm one of the co-founders, for Samurai out of Singapore. My history: I discovered futures trading on the 1st of August 2007. I opened my first trading school on the 1st of August 2009. My concern was there were no decent trading schools in Australia because they're all teaching basically Forex or CFDs, or guys, the majority of the people that were running trading schools at the time didn't actually trade, guys. So they were 100% about teaching, not trading. And I found that was a pretty heavy disconnect. What does it mean, guys? In 2009, I wrote my own strategies, my own indicators, my own courses, my own everything, simply because the stuff that I had purchased when I purchased the course was no good. And basically, here we are today, a number of years later, still using the trading strategy that we wrote in 2009. As our Instagram, as our YouTube, we are literally, it looks like 19 people. 19 subscribers, guys, away from hitting 3,000 subscribers on YouTube. So if you are not a subscriber on YouTube and you are feeling a little bit charitable, I am trying to get to 3,000 subscribers on YouTube before I run a workshop on the weekend. As we're running a beginner masterclass on the weekend, guys, it's called a Back to Basics masterclass. We're running that class with the intent of bringing all of the new Samurai traders up to speed. As all of the old traders, guys, just refreshing their knowledge and their expertise, as that is available for you to attend. That will actually be quite good fun. Guys, again, email address. I know email is very old fashioned, but guys, tech support, info@Samurai, everything else, say hello at Samurai. Most important, guys, if you've got any questions at all about what we do today, or you want to join us in the LTR, or you want to talk indicators or anything along those lines, that's a great way to do it. And yes, guys, I'm a military veteran, so 15 years in the regular army, did multiple tours overseas. I was decorated for those tours. And all I've done now is I bring the psychology of what we do in the military, guys, into the trading game. And it is a game. Guys, trading is a game, in my humble opinion, of who can stay disciplined and patient long enough to make money, because the financial markets, guys, particularly the futures markets, are a completely level playing field. Right? So again, everybody sees the same thing at the same time. And if you interact with the markets in a profitable way on a daily basis, you can very easily, guys, become a professional trader. Guys, on the last Thursday of every single month, guys, we do a global support meeting. So please don't be shy. If you're anywhere out there in the world, guys, you want to come along to the global support meeting, it is available for all traders of all disciplines, guys, and it runs on the last Thursday, guys, the last Thursday of every calendar month. Okay, now, guys, what to expect as per the 2026 format. We're focused very heavily, guys, on the FDAX, which is the DAX 40. Today, guys, based on the lead-in volume, I'll just double check that for you. The lead-in volume is currently 61,000. So we are looking at, guys, probably around 4 to 5 very good trades. I would suggest, guys, the best trading will be in the first 45 minutes of the session today. Guys, and then we start to get into a little bit of no man's land, depending on what direction these markets do run in. So we'll go and jump into the charts. Guys, let me do this. We'll jump into the charts. You should automatically now see charts in front of you. Let me get rid of this. Perfect. I'll get rid of that as well. And we're off and racing. Okay, so guys, top left-hand corner, for those that haven't been here before, top left-hand corner is a 15-minute chart. That's a very, very powerful little reference chart for those people that are trading a 5-minute chart, which is our primary execution chart. Bottom left-hand corner, guys, that's the FESX. That is basically the most voluminous market in the world, guys, at this point in time. They're already pumping over 1,000 contracts per candle. So there are some big boys and girls, guys, big boys and girls that are playing in the market today. We'll go and break that down in a sec. Guys, over here on the right-hand side, we've obviously got the FDAX, which is what we will be doing. Is the chat working, Giz? The chat is working. So yes. So thank you for the test, the test fire. The chat is definitely working. Right. So what we'll do is you can only see your messages. That's interesting. Why can't you see everybody else's messages? Hang on. Oh, unless you are the only one messaging, mate. Now everyone else is messaging. So let me just check. Oh, you can you can now. All right. So guys, Suzanne, how are you? I hope you're amazing. So guys, welcome everybody. Guys, again, let's start breaking this down. Now, first and foremost, Tim, how are you? I hear that everyone's cruising in. Now, first and foremost, guys, this 100% retracement here is off the daily chart. It is an incredibly important level for us today. Very, very important level. What does it ultimately mean? Like they're doing right now. If they were to buy above this level, guys, it is a very, very big sign. We're in for a very bullish day. Now, we have to be very, very careful today, guys, that we don't try and reverse against a very, very bullish market unless we have dual chart agreement between the DAX and the FESX, as we do every day. Now, couple of things to focus in on, guys, because we're having done this now for a long time. We know what these guys love to do. So first and foremost, guys, at 6054, which is here, at 6054, we have a gap to close to the high side. Now, because we are so close, guys, so close to that gap, and because the gap has been there for a long time, there will be a lot of traders who are basically eyeing off what we refer to as a gap close. Now, as simple as that sounds, that's exactly what they're going to try and do. They're going to try and push the market up and close what is referred to as a mathematical gap in the market. Now, they have to close, guys, but the key point is they don't have to close it today. All right, so they have to close the gap, but they don't have to close it today. Couple of other things, guys. There's no European or US news today. Now, that's very rare for a Thursday. So it means we are in for a technical day, right? So for the beginner traders, you are going to be very heavily focused on ratio-based trades and pivot-based reversals. Whereas if we get low ratio trades, we're looking at swing triggers. particularly if the trend angle goes on the FDAX. If the trend angle is over 80 degrees, then the swing triggers, guys, and the efficient candles and the Delta V3s and Delta V2s are going to be really, really good fun. Something we do want to watch out for today, guys, on the FESX, super important point. Super important point. 6,000, guys, just here. There is no way 2 weeks ago we would have suggested we're going to be trading at 6,000. Guys, there was a monster candle on the markets last night when they came out and suggested that the Iran peace negotiations are basically now down to a one-page agreement. It was literally a one-page agreement. Markets have gone absolutely nuts, assuming that that is correct. And now I don't know whether it is or not. Whereas at this point in time, we've just got to deal with the cards we have been dealt. Now, the flip side of that, 6006, which is hiding down here. I'll extend this line across the chart. 6006 is a 4-hour static bar reversal short. And this, guys, is something we do need to be acutely aware of. As I've marked up on the other chart, a 4-hour short on the FESX normally means our preference will be for long-range shorts and short-range longs. However, because the market is very, very buoyant, guys, very, very buoyant today. Again, if we do shoot up on open, MJ, how are you? If we do shoot up on open and then fail badly to the high side, then we could be looking at a very, very lovely reversal. Guys, particularly if the S&P says, "Hey, I'm going to reverse. I'm going to head down." Now, what does the gap look like? Guys, just to draw your attention, Diane, how are you? Guys, see this big red candle at the top here? I'll get rid of that little circle for you. Right, we've got to see this price gap here, and then we've got another price gap there. So basically, we cruised up, we closed the first gap, then we peeled away, and these guys are literally a whisker. Guys, those orange Fibonacci's are a whisker away from closing that gap. So if we do push up early, guys, close the gap and then fail early, that will be the gap close traders that I was just talking about. So there'll be a lot of people out there that are looking for the market to push up. Particularly if the big Fibonacci traders, guys, they'll be looking for a push up, a fail up here at that 88.6 Fib, and then they're going to turn around and send it back the other way. This blue Fib, guys, I'm going to leave that on because it's a really, really critical level. In fact, what we could do, take the blue off and leave it pink because it's exactly the same super critical level. Guys, really, really important level. If we hold above that pink, guys, Fib, it's clearly a sign that the markets want to buy. If we close below that, it's clearly a sign that they want to sell. This is the 4-hour short, guys. So the indicators have picked up this really, really brilliant static bar reversal. Guys, so again, all the maths has been done for us. What we would be really smart, guys, is draw a Fibonacci down this 4-hour chart candle in order to catch them on the way up, because if these guys can't dominate above the 88.6 Fib, the FESX is already setting up a short, guys, at 6027 underneath those 76 Fibs. That could trigger this 4-hour short, that could trigger that 4-hour short, and they may want to go down to the 4-hour 50 Fib. So we know how much the Europeans love doing that. We've just got to keep a super close eye, guys. If they do fall, we may have to. That Fibonacci can, that Fibonacci can stay on, because this level here, that green Fib is going to be absolutely critical if we fall. Right? And that green Fib is all the way down here. Okay, all the way down the bottom of the jar. Right, so we're just going to mark that as a critical level. We don't need to talk about it, guys, unless we get there. Right, so we don't need to talk about it unless we get there. We know about 6,000. 6,000. Honestly, guys, it doesn't get much rounder in terms of round numbers than 6,000. Okay, super round number. All right, I'll move some stuff around in here, guys. I want these candles as fat as possible. Fat candles are just easier. It's just easier for me to keep an eye on. Okay, now FDAX, guys, let's go full screen on the FDAX. So we'll read from top to bottom, then we'll look at the larger charts. Cody, how are you? I hope you are fantastic. Guys, so same as yesterday. Very important point, guys. S&P 500 hit a record high last night. It's the highest daily close. It's the highest daily close in history. All right, so here is the daily chart. guys, that is the highest close we've ever had on the daily chart. There will be, guys, a sneaky little Fibonacci hiding in here as well. All right, so again, if we're watching, let me just double check. 1, 2, 3, 4. The Fibonacci is going to be running from there to there, which is obviously the buyer stair step. I'd have to check if that was honored, guys, on a lower chart. Let me just check the 240. Did they honor that Fibonacci? Right, they've touched the fib. They've touched 100% perfect. So as per the 3-touch rule, I honestly think there's a better fib. Personally, as per the rule of 3, I think there's a better fib on there. And this is just for reference, guys. Just for reference, we know the numbers that we know that's better. Right, that's better. We know what these guys normally do. We know the key numbers they trade to. Oh, no, I like the other one. There you go. So again, if ever you're doing Fibonacci, most important thing with Fibonacci is that, again, you look for universal agreement with your Fibonacci, and we've got better agreement. We've got better agreement on that one. Better agreement on that one than we do on the other one. The flip side is these guys are out in the middle of nowhere. All right, so what I want to show you here, guys, daily chart, highest ever. This is very, very, very similar to yesterday, guys. Basically, start of Europe, they pushed down violently. The buyers went absolutely no way. We turned around, we just started climbing. There's nothing really, guys, in the way on the S&P 500 unless they start getting through 7,400, right? So we'll keep an eye on that. Guys, our S&P trading room is already up and running. So already up and running in the background. And they're actually getting ready, guys. They're actually getting ready to go short. All right, so let's do FDAX. Time's looking pretty good, guys. So on the weekly chart, again, we've spoken about this before, guys. We're in a weekly swing trigger long. We're expecting the trigger long to go typically for 3 weeks unless it gets caught, guys, unless it gets caught at a weekly fib. And last night, they got caught at the 88.6 weekly fib perfectly. Right, so these key Fibonacci numbers just keep repeating over and over and over again. Down to the daily chart, guys, there's not a great deal of intelligence we can gather on the daily chart other than I would suggest you draw a Fibonacci up the daily candle in order to catch them on the way down, because if they are going to keep the buying momentum alive, guys, they will retrace a little bit, probably try and bounce off 25,000, and then off we go. I know with interest, though, guys, the buyers have lost control at this point in time. This was a hugely strong buying candle. Now the buyers have basically said, we're done. Guys, we do have to keep an eye on the FDAX because all the way at the top of the chart, guys, just like the FESX, all the way at the top of the chart, we do have a gap. We do have a gap to close. We've just got messages coming in from the trading room. So gaps to close to the high side, just like the FESX. We've closed this one, guys. We're going to run up and close this one. I do like the fact that the buyers are losing steam, guys. They're losing steam on the daily chart. Right? I do like that. Now, on our 4-hour chart, okay, let me get rid of that blue. Let me get rid of that little blue circle. We don't need that. So we are basically trading, guys, on a bit of an island. So we're literally on an island out in the middle of nowhere. We've done this many, many, many times. As what we've got is we've got a 4-hour swing trigger short, a 4-hour static bar reversal short, which is mathematically beautiful. For them to trigger that, guys, they would normally trigger that in the cash market, not the pre-market. So that would suggest at this stage, they're actually going to try. They're actually going to try and move the market up. Now, what we do have to be aware of is based on how the swing trigger structure works is right here, 25070. 25070. Very important. Let me just go and grab this for you. 25070 is a 4-hour swing trigger long. Now, why is that important, guys? The 4-hour swing trigger. We are very susceptible on the 5-minute chart to what the institutional traders want to do on the 4-hour chart. What may happen today, guys, they might shoot up, try and trigger that 4-hour swing trigger in the cash market. That trigger fails, and then we turn around, we come back the other way. Now, there is a Fibonacci, guys, running over the top of today's move. Guys, if I put it on, a lot of the traders will be looking at that Fibonacci there, saying, all right, so basically all of this price movement is stuck inside this Fibonacci. What does it ultimately mean? Guys, if we push up, we try and trigger this 4-hour swing trigger long. If we do that, and that fails, then guys, at this stage, we're looking for long range longs and short range shorts, but we don't 100% know that to be true until the OSR is set, right? So we've got to wait for the OSR to be set to know what everyone else around the world is thinking. At this stage, the S&P is trying to grind, guys, trying to grind to the high side. We are above Asia's high. Again, if S&P decides they've had enough, guys, they'll sell down, but we are at record highs, guys, and the momentum globally is very, very much to the high side. Now, super important, what have we got, guys? So 3.5 minutes, which is great. The FESX, guys, let me just color this correctly because we do need to make sure that the people logging in late, guys, know this. The FESX has already closed its gap. Typically what that means for us is if the FESX has closed its gap, we are in for a very volatile starting candle. Right? So again, for those that follow the 4-point algorithm on the opening candle, I will give you your entry price. Right? So I will tell you exactly what price you're going to enter on. Only take that trade, please. Only take that trade if you are an opening candle trader. So don't be if you're not an opening candle trader, guys, please don't be romanced into that trade. I've got Cody with me today. Cody, how many opening candle trades do you think a trader should practice before they say, all right, that is one of the trades I'm going to add to my arsenal? Guys, I would suggest at least 100 trades on that one trade. And the moment the opening candle's done, it's toast, and then we move on to the other algos. Nathan, 1,000 trades. Now you can do them in live market replay, guys. It's going to take some time. So what we got just below here is again, I am going to, if you don't mind, I'm going to borrow, Nathan, I hope you are very, very well, very, very well. I'm going to borrow that line just to highlight the point, guys, make it a little bit stronger. We have a very, very strong 4-hour static bar reversal short. Guys, down here, guys, we've got that very, very key blue daily level we spoke about earlier. Guys, if we were to shoot down and fail there, guys, we're probably going to cruise up and see all-time highs. Not quite all-time highs, we'll see a gap close. The flip side is, guys, if we do sell below that pink box, guys, then a lot of the buying momentum from the last 24 hours will be shut out of the market, guys, and will be on for sells. We know about 25,000. We know about this. 24941 is a strong 4-hour short. 941. 941 is all the way down here. That's why I put prices on it. All right, so what we're going to do, guys, again, as we get ready to come in, guys, if you are copy trading, make sure you've got the right, because as I say this, I want to make sure I've got the right accounts loaded. Make sure the right account is loaded as the lead account. You've got your slave accounts loaded as well. Guys, guys, what we're going to do is what we did yesterday. I'd suggest, Andrew, how are you? Hope you're brilliant. I would suggest at this point in time, guys, that again, for the new traders or those that don't know the 101 course, guys, you are going to be entering statically today. I'll give you the exact price entry, the exact this, the exact that. Again, guys, if I like a trade, I will take the trade myself in the background, guys, as I did yesterday. And again, I'll be very, very clear about that, guys, just so everybody's got transparency. We do have to keep an eye, guys, on the previous pivot down the bottom here. We do have to keep an eye on that because if these guys do shoot down, that's a really good spot for them to fail. So the opening candle should be quite bumpy today because there is no news, right? So we'll just let the market open. We'll see a significant jump in volatility. Right, there is the jump. So we'll just let them do what they're doing. All right, now for those following the 4-point algorithm, you guys are already climactic, right? Already climactic. The buyers have already stolen the stair step, right? So that means that for the advanced traders who trade the opening candle, Guys, I like the idea of waiting 60 seconds. At this stage, some of you may have already gone short, guys, under the pre-top. Now, that's because the candle's gone climactic. You've obviously buyers on the stair step. You've failed at a pivot. You've failed at Fibonacci. If you have gone short, guys, if you have gone short already, guys, then you would make sure, please, you control your risk quickly, guys, and let your profit run, guys. And that's when we would engineer a trade, guys, with, let's say, a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio. We would engineer that to be maybe 4, 5, 6 times, even 10 times in our favor. I'm more than happy to explain how that occurs, guys, for the advanced traders. That one. Was it last week that I said it doesn't matter how many times you tell your family don't call at exactly this time every day? Was it this time last week? I've got a phone call, which is, again, so I do love chatting to family, guys. I do love chatting to family, but right now when we're live and running across multiple streams, probably wait for that one. It is, they love it. They love it. They love it. But that's okay. So they're finishing up, guys, or they're getting close to finishing work in Australia. So now they're like, right, time to make some phone calls. So it's nice to be on the phone call list. It's nice to be remembered, of course. Now, guys, we are, what have we got? 15-minute chart is failing at the Fibonacci, which we drew on perfectly. So if I do have anybody short, guys, under the pre-top, right? So again, if you're on one contract only, guys, then you've definitely controlled your risk. Or in fact, if you're on any number of contracts, you 100% have controlled your risk. As your entry, anything like 25055, for those people that are trained on the opening candle, if you're short around about 25055, try and hold you short for around 15 minutes. As for everybody else, if you're not short, guys, if you're not short, then you are looking, guys, you're basically looking for the opening candle to close, and then we're looking to join the market. Now we are getting. So it's really, to me, it's really exciting, guys, to watch the opening candle, because if these buyers burn out even on the opening candle, it gives us a hint that they might decide, the FESX might decide, guys, that it wants to head to the downside. We'll just wait and see. We'll get some guidance. Just had an earthquake alarm go off. That's two earthquake alarms in around 3 or 4 minutes. So that's the. Diane, what's the 1,000 for? Do you mean the 1,000? Oh, that is for young Nathan. We were saying how many opening candle trades, if you're a new trader, how many opening candle trades would you practice before you said, that's my trade, that is what I'm doing? And the answer was 1,000. Good idea. Guys, I reckon 100. I reckon 100. If you live market replay, guys, 100 opening candles, and you've got your 4-point algorithm in place, as you've got everything that you need, then you're going to potentially become pretty good at the opening candle pretty quickly. And a lot of people that do trade it well, guys, they're done in the first 5 minutes of trading, guys, which is obviously brilliant. Now, the NASDAQ and S&P 500 traders, guys, are both short, and that's going very, very well for them, guys, in the other trading room, which is great. All right, so let's see what we've got. We've got 58 seconds till the candle closes. At this stage, guys, the buyers own the step. Right, it's buyers own the step. So we're looking for selling-based reversals only. At this stage, guys, our climactic reversal, this is actually a buyer-owned candle with a seller-owned close. Right, so normally, guys, we get buyer-buyer or seller-seller. This is buyer-seller, which means that the climactic reversal is not going to be as clear as it is normally. So our backup plan would be a pivot-based reversal. This would be the backup plan. I'm just watching charts in the background. S&P 500 has sold down to the Asian high and failed to get through the Asian high, which is interesting. All right, so guys, we've got a buyer-owned candle with a seller-owned close. In fact, that could be a seller. Let me have a look at 27, 007, 20s, 51. It's actually a seller-owned candle with a seller-owned close. What does that mean? Guys, we don't have a climactic reversal. So we don't have a climactic reversal long. We don't have a climactic reversal short. So it's a seller-owned candle with a seller-owned close. So we're going to have to wait for these guys to declare their cards. At the moment, we are... at the moment, these guys have not declared their cards at all. Now, when we run in, guys, today we've got a no news. Today we've got a no news Monday. Sorry, no news Monday. No news Thursday. Because as we said in the pre-brief, we may be waiting, guys. We may be waiting for the OSR to be set. Again, with such a buoyant day yesterday on the S&P 500, such a buoyant day for the FDAX, it would be relatively normal for either the sellers to close below a key level and everyone go, right, that's what we're doing, or the sellers sell down, fail at a key level, and then the buyers say, right, off we rock and roll. Right, so we just have to also keep an eye, guys, on the opening three candles. The reason being is that if we start, guys, if we get three candles closing inside the range of the previous candle, then we know that the markets are waiting for something. Guys, they're waiting for something. Okay, let me just watch here. Let me just watch. So we've got a seller-owned candle with a seller-owned close. Buyers own the stair step, guys. That's the one thing that is the one thing that is kind of out of kilter with the market. Now, just shows if we've got breezy, honestly, we've got breezy. It's been coming in about 30 minutes into the session. Breezy is he's trading very, very well, guys. Got a very good understanding of ratios. Here we go. We're finally getting some personality. Sellers have sold down on the FESX and failed to effectively push through the gap. They've shut the 50% down inside the cash market. Okay, this is perfect. So we finally got a bit of personality. All right, so again, let's just let these guys pop along. We know about this, we know about that. So let these buyers come through, please. So let these buyers come through. We were talking about long range. I was talking about long range longs. All right, let's just see how we deal with these key levels to the high side. What are we setting up? Yes, we know about that. We know about that. All right, that's our 4-hour swing trigger. That's what they're doing. 15-minute 133. Thank you. So guys, we're in the last 90 seconds. Let me just double check. 15 is fine. It's the 4-hour chart. Right. So these guys are rolling, as these guys are potentially rolling into a 4-hour swing trigger long. Right, so this is what we spoke about in the pre-brief. They've got a static bar reversal short, but if they don't fill that quickly and bolt, we could be in a 4-hour swing trigger. Now, what does that ultimately mean? If we get much beyond our current Fibonacci, we are going to have to adjust the fibs. What it does mean, 60-minute 50 there. Geez, there will be a 60-minute 50. There will be a Fibonacci running. There will be a Fibonacci running from there to there. Let me just bring that on purple for you, just to differentiate the color. So, all right, let's get back to our candle. Perfect. Well done, mate. Perfect Fibonacci. So what we've got is again, we're going to wait for the FESX to give us permission to trade. The first trade we're likely to pick up today, guys, is a pre-top reversal. Now, if we get under the pre-top on this candle, we must close under the pre-top. If we're above the pre-top, we can't take a trade. Well, we can't go short. What we can do, guys, is if we get a brand new buying delta on the current candle, because this candle is a really, really efficient buying candle. If we do get a buying delta on the new candle, a buying delta on the new candle, then if you are a delta trader, guys, you're going to be given the position for that trade. The flip side, guys, we've gapped up. If we go any higher, so if the FTAX does go any higher, like if we push up through here, guys, then the 88.6 Fibonacci reversal traders are going to get a really lovely trade, but the buyers have got to push up here first. Right, so we got to get well above your selling position, before we look for a sell. So buyers own the step, guys, for the static traders. You are, so buyers own the step, static traders, you're looking for a selling base reversal. S&P 500 is also efficient, guys, also efficient to the high side with buying momentum coming in all over the place. So again, guys, trades, if we get a delta V2 or V3, guys, on this candle, it is a valid trade, provided you can put your stop loss behind the candle. Right? Volatility is good, volume is good. As if we push up here, a number of times and fail badly, now we have a Fibonacci reversal as at exactly 0.70. So if you are a Fibonacci reversal trader, guys, you're looking for an entry at 0.70. You are also using a 5-point first target and risk control point. And ideally, you would want to try and trade that back down to the 50 fib of the day. So if you are an 88.6 Fibonacci reversal trader, as you've got an entry at 0.70, if you are going to go short at 0.70, guys, your risk control point is 0.65. You're on your risk control point already. So again, they're bumping around here. If you're going to re-enter, guys, at 0.70, you must see the candle turn green before we then look for a red. Anybody short at 0.70, as you've obviously crashed through your risk control and first target, crashed through it quite well. So guys, I'll classify all the trades for you, right, and be very, very clear about your entry price. For the 88.6 Fibonacci reversal traders, guys, you're basically trading a double failure reversal to the downside. Slightly advanced trade, but again, if these guys are going to reverse, even the beginner traders are going to pick up some really nice trades today, guys. I have no doubt about that. All right, so again, guys, just watch the last 90 seconds as we roll through, please. Anyone short at 0.70, guys, if you're an 88.6 Fibonacci reversal trader, obviously that's gone quite well for you. Your first target is out. Your second target, guys, would be all the way down the bottom of the chart. So if they do reverse the market well, you're going to be in a great spot. Josh, well done. Well done. That's fantastic. All right, now for the static bar traders, guys, we're looking for an entry. There is no question about that. We are just waiting for this candle to close. Guys, we're looking for the buyers to confirm that they are 100% failing. Guys, and then we're looking for our entry. All right, volatility is good, guys, at this stage. Okay, what have we got? We've got a nice ratio drop, guys, coming through on the FESX as well. We've got our OSR set. So what we want, guys, on the next candle is we want the buyers to push the market up first. So I'd like these guys to stay where they are, which is perfect. Okay, we want the buyers, all right, just watch them come in. We want the buyers to push them. You're not meant to push up now, you're meant to push up on the next candle. There is the delta that we were looking for to go long. Right, so if you took the short and you've gone really, really well, they've come back down and created a delta. Right. So at this stage, guys, what we are going to need is we must get a higher high. Right now, again, my concern is for the selling, we've just gapped over a very, very key, 60-minute price level, right? So we've gapped over it, we haven't held over it. So what we're going to do, guys, at this stage, is if we get a higher high, we've now got a match high. There is a body entry, guys. There is a body entry if you're a static bar reversal trader, a body entry, guys, at 071. Right? A body entry at 071. Now, what does that mean, guys? What does that mean? That means if you are going to sell the market, guys, it is a body entry. It is a body entry. We've got agreement, guys. We've got agreement from the. I've put my order on, guys, and my order's actually been skipped at 071. Okay, anybody short at 071, guys, if you were short at 071, you got skipped as well, Dan. Okay, I'm not the only one. So if you got, guys, so we want to be short, guys, we want to be short at 072 or 71. If you are short already, guys, you've gone through your first target. That is for somebody that trades a body-based static bar reversal. Guys, if you're not short already, we must get well above the area, guys, before we go short. Now, again, so it looks like Marcus got skipped on got skipped on the S&P 500 as well. Jeff, nice work, well done. So for those that got the short, okay, you've already gone through your first target and risk control point. Guys, this was the OSR trade that we were talking about at the start. Guys, we might have to wait for the OSR traders to show up before we get into. Well done, everybody, guys. Well done, everybody that got filled on the trade. I was a little bit late in putting my order on. That's the only reason I didn't get filled. Now, what we're looking for, guys, is we're looking for, again, if we're going to go short at that level again, we must see the buyers move in quite aggressively on this candle and then get absolutely hammered, right? So if you're going to go short, guys, at 72 again, all right, your 72 entry, your first target and risk control point, guys, is only 5 points, right? So you're only going for 67 as a first target. So if you are short, guys, at 72, you're looking for a 67. Guys, if you don't, there are a couple of people, guys, that don't enter the same trade twice, right? There is your profit target, guys, at 67. So if you have gone short, guys, again, okay, then a big well done. If you have gone short, what we're ultimately looking for is a very, very strong dominant presence in the market now, guys, is ultimately what we are looking for. So anybody that's gone short, guys, if you've gone short around the 7.1 or 7.2 mark, we've had two cracks at that one, which is really, really good. Really, really good indeed. Now, if we do get a really strong presence in the market here, I'm hoping we do, because I've got a target, guys. I've got a target at 0.55. I've got a target just here. Okay, so I'm hoping, go on. Oh, oh yes. Oh yes. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Right, so I got in the second time, guys. And obviously that's gone quite well. Right, so again, super stoked about that. All right, this is really good, guys, really good. Anybody that got in the second time, guys, similar to yesterday, we've actually ended up with a very, very similar result to yesterday, which is the second time when they triggered the signal. That's when they decided to run. All right, so well done, everybody. Okay, so ratio-based SPR. We waited for the double top or the higher high. We were then able to take a body entry, and everyone's made money, guys. Everybody's made money. I think that is very exciting. Right now, guys, now we wait for the next trade. Now, FESX, well done, everybody. So where the stop we got on that one? Toby, the stop would be over the top of the double top. Right, so the most recent buyer failures, so you're looking at around about 15 points at risk. So with the intent of going for either 5 or 5 and 25 or straight to 25. However you do it, mate, we can skew the risk to reward on that trade to be massively in our favor. Okay, now, as I was about to say, we are about to pick up a reversal short, guys, under the 50 fib of the day. right? So if the buyers push up really hard and get absolutely hammered, as there is a short on the market at zero, let me just double check, 042, right? 042, you must use a 5-point risk control, please. All right, now if you're short at 042, guys, boom, you're straight through your first 5-point target. Guys, you're going short under the 50 fib of the day. After the buyers have shown, then turn around and come down. So if you're short at 042, guys, if you're short at 042, you're going for a 5-point first target. Right? They've traded down to the middle of the MDI and been rejected, but that was beyond that. That was beyond it. Now, the only reason I sent you short, guys, on the FDAX is we're under the 50 fib. Buyers on the stair step. We've got a gap down on the FESX. Right? So the gap down means an overwhelming supply of sellers coming into the FESX. So MJ is correct, guys. We've got the 50 fib of the day on the FESX over here. But the gap down, guys, will give us permission to take a single short 5-point or multi-target trade. But you've got to have that 5-point risk control. For those that don't have we've had a static entry, right? So beginner traders, everybody had an opportunity, guys, to trade under the body of the candle, which is great. So I got rejected the first time. Guys got filled the second time. I've actually been practicing getting filled the second time, guys, because as a moderator, sometimes we do miss our entries, guys, which is a little bit annoying, but that's okay. Now, what have we got, guys? Buyers are coming in on the FESX. 1, 2, 3. Buyers on the stair step over here. No second tier reversals. Okay, now what we're looking at, guys, the buyers are cruising back in again, 2 minutes and 45 on the candle. If the buyers get over the top of the pre-top, let me just get rid of that line for you. If the buyers get over the top of the pre-top, right, if we get over the top of the pre-top, obviously we can't sell short. These FESX buyers, guys, are quite strong. At this stage, I can't send you long on the FDAX, guys. We're assuming a close over a pivot. If the buyers push up here heavily on the the FESX, guys, which they're currently doing, if they push up and they get up to these dizzy heights, guys, around the pre-top again, and they fail, we could be about to pick up a really, really lovely reversal. So we might be able to pick up a lovely reversal. Now, at this stage, we're just letting these guys cruise back in. Guys, the most important point I would suggest is the FDAX traders are working out. Are we going to trigger the 4-hour swing trigger long? Guys, they've tried once and it didn't go well for them. What does that mean? Guys, we've got a higher high now on the 4-hour chart, which technically means they're going to have a crack at that 4-hour short, right? So if we can pick up a valid short and we can then hold that valid short, we're looking at potentially moving in cahoots with the 4-hour chart. All right, now at this stage, guys, I would love the candle to close this current candle in 1 minute and 20 seconds. I'd like it to close under the pre-top. I then want the buyers to move back in again, fail very early, and we're going to pick up a pre-top reversal short, guys, with tight risk control. And the only reason we're looking for tight risk control is we're trading back down towards the gap in the 50. Let me just watch what they're doing, guys, because again, these buyers are failing. They're failing badly. Now, if these buyers went much higher, guys, I'd be wanting to pick up that static bar reversal short again. Now, we are in the last 90 seconds, so again, it would be great to get some buyers move on the next candle. We want to see that immediate failure. Guys, we've got traders in the other trading room that have already finished their daily KPI and they're leaving. Like literally, wham, bam, we're finished, which is very exciting, guys. I think that's just so good. All right, now, FDAX, we are looking for, that's exactly what we want. So we want the buyers to push up. Guys, my preference is 100% the buyers push up above this candle. If they push up through these 76s and get rejected, guys, there's the pre-top reversal is begging to be traded. I would wait for a higher high, guys, or at least wait for the buyers to move up into this territory. I don't want them to run prematurely. Guys, you're just watching. Okay, this is what we want. As we want the buyers to move, higher. Okay, we want them to move higher. Now we've got a double top. Please give us a higher high. There's our higher high. So guys, for the slightly aggressive traders, there's an order, guys, on at 0.57. Now I say 0.57, guys, that is for those people that trade a ratio-based reversal short, guys, off the pre-top. Now, if you want to see more buyers come in before you take it, guys, just literally wait for the buyers to push in like this. This is exactly what we want. We want the buyers to push in. We want them to test key levels. As in, if these sellers get absolutely drilled, we're looking for an order, guys, an order on at 0.58. Guys, an order at 0.58. Now, I'm just putting orders on myself in the background. Okay, so we're looking for the potential of a sell at 0.58. Now, I need to see these buyers get absolutely hammered. So at this stage, guys, the buyers are doing their recon to see whether they can trigger that 4-hour move. Okay, S&P 500 is not buying this buy, guys, at all. Definitely wait. Definitely wait for the higher high before you look for that pre-top reversal. You got filled, okay. Caleb, you got filled at 0.58. Okay, wow. Okay. Now, guys, the trade is still valid. There's no question about that. You guys got filled. Okay, I don't know how, because I've got an order on at 0.58. I waited for the higher high to get created, guys. Then I put my order on. Okay, all right, that's all right. It's not because they're buying. Let me just see what the FESX does, because if we get a pre-top reversal here on the FESX, all right, so guys, I'm actually going to mark that. I'm going to mark that as a losing trade because guys have been filled. Blast, yeah. So guys, I'm going to mark that as a losing trade because we've actually had people get filled at the price level I wanted to enter at. Now, I haven't been filled. I waited for the buyers to push up and create the higher high, and then I put my order on. Okay, MJ. Okay. So MJ is saying, guys, that is happening a little bit lately. All right. So again, what I'll do. So I'm actually mark that as a losing trade because some people did get filled. I waited for the higher high and then put my order on. I just don't know how you got filled unless there is a price spread running. But that's okay. That's okay. We will go and get it back as we always do. Right now at this stage, guys, we're waiting for. So let me mark that. Nathan got filled as well. Okay. Okay, all right. Righto. So I'm going to mark that, guys. I'm going to mark that as a trade that we called. Whoops, I have to put in my briefing notes what's actually occurred. Hang on, I'll just leave it like that, guys. We'll fix it in a second. Now, we've got 3 seconds until the candle closes. Guys, that is an efficient candle to the high side. We don't have permission to trade long. We don't have permission to trade long. Now, the reason being is that will be absolute smack bang potentially into the 76 fib of the micro, which it is. As also, the FESX is on its pre-top, right? So we've closed on and then gapped on. It's closed on and then gapped on. Now that ultimately means that I can't send you long, guys. I can't send you long because of the FESX. I can only send you short. Now, again, I'm looking for, so static traders, you're waiting for the candle to close. So static traders waiting for the candle to close. Dynamic traders, if we touch the 88.6 fib, then there is going to be a short setting up underneath the 76.8, as I would suggest, at 25078. At 25078. Now, I can't send you long, guys, because the FESX is on a pivot. I can only send you short. If the FESX gave us a really, really lovely strong candle and the FDAX gave us the same, we would be long, but we didn't get that. Guys, we literally did not get that. What have we got? So static entry traders, guys, we're waiting for the candle to close. Dynamic traders, guys, you may be short as high as 0.80 if you trade dynamically. Junior traders, guys, or beginner traders, or those looking for a very high success rate, guys, may I suggest static entry is probably going to, well, probably statistically, it's a lot more fun. So I would suggest, guys, at this stage, again, just let the candle close. We'll look for a really, really lovely static entry. If that's the best the FESX can do, guys, and they close back under the pre-top, we are going to get a ratio-based sell on the FESX and the FDAX simultaneously, which is again always going to work in our favor. I see the FESX, guys, it's basically over its upper OSR. The FDAX is underneath the OSR, so there will be an upper OSR trade for the FDAX traders. So there is going to be an upper OSR trade for the FDAX traders. What do you need, guys? You need the buyers. You need the buyers to push well through the upper OSR, guys. Get up nice and high up here, and then get absolutely annihilated. Now, guys, if you're going to literally let these guys push through once and then take them, that is a single touch reversal. Right? I don't recommend that for new traders until you have a ton of experience, guys, in taking that trade. Very much like the opening candle trade. I'm going to mark that one. I'm going to mark this one. While these guys are bopping along, I'll mark this one as a red, because some traders did get filled on the trade. So I'm going to mark that as a losing trade. Now, upper OSR, guys, just cruising into the last 90 seconds. Again, we know about these guys being on their pivot. So if we close above, guys, the FESX, if we close above on the FESX, then we have to be careful about shorting the FDAX. Now, the flip side of being short, guys, the FDAX traders are now looking for shorts. We are in the last 90 seconds of the candle. Guys, so for the static traders, you're going to wait for the candle to close. We are also going to keep a very close eye, guys, on the FESX. We want to make sure that these buyers have definitely left the camp. What that means, guys, is FESX, we need them to not only close under the pre-top, we want them to close under the pre-top and then stay under the pre-top. We do not want the FESX over the top of the pre-top. Now, the S&P 500, guys, is actually in a swing trigger long on the 5-minute chart, which is actually going really, really well. The NASDAQ's also in a swing trigger long. What that ultimately means is the big boys and girls are probably going to go, guys, with the FESX here. Okay, so at this stage, guys, again, for the static traders, we cannot trade, guys, an upper OSR short. So again, the static traders, you're now sitting on the fence waiting again. FESX has closed above the pre-top, those with quite an efficient candle. So these guys are going to push for yesterday's high. Just double check. Yesterday's high is not a signal on the daily chart. It is not a signal on the 4-hour chart. It is not a signal on the 60-minute chart. It's not a signal on the 15. So that means that these guys are just going into price discovery to see if they can get back above yesterday's high. They do have that gap to close. Where is the gap? Right, I think they're going to go for the gap, those that we briefed on before. The gap's at 6053. We did have that marked. 6054. All right, so I'd suggest, guys, the FESX is going to push for the gap just because it's there, just because they can. So what does it ultimately mean for us? We're kind of just waiting, guys, just waiting for the perfect trade. What does that mean? What does that mean if we get the FESX is pushing up to yesterday's high? If we get a ratio-based static bar reversal short off yesterday's high, and we get exactly the same thing on the FDAX, and we get underneath the upper OSR, we're looking to go short. If this candle goes long, so if this current candle on FDAX goes long and becomes an efficient candle, it'll be the first efficient candle outside the OSR that will bring buyers into the market. Okay, so that will definitely be bringing buyers into the market. So the FDAX lately, guys, is taking two punches on its signals. So today what we happened is we got into this static bar reversal first. It triggered first target, triggered everybody's ATMs, then came back. Buyers came back in hard, and then the sellers hit them again. Same as yesterday, guys. It was the second push through that actually produced the bigger targets. All right, so we'll just keep an eye on that because the market does ultimately change the way that it moves. It's allowed to do that. And if we notice that pattern occurring, ultimately, if it means you get ATM the first time, you're like, all right, well, if you guys come back in, if the buyers come back in, get well above my buy point, and then I put another sell on, it's likely the second sell runs further. This is what they seem to be doing at the moment. All right, now, at this stage, guys, we've got 5, 10, 15. If we get a really lovely trade, guys, under the upper OSR, we've got at least 15 points worth of room before we run into noise. So I would really love the sellers to stop right where they are. Guys, we've got a really lovely efficient candle. Then we've got a loss of efficiency. We're currently failing at a brick wall. That is good stuff. Breezy, how are you, mate? We were talking about you before. Now, at this stage, mate, we're just watching the FESX. S&P's at record highs. Again, from last night, the S&P buying is slowing down, guys, after that swing trigger's gone to profit. And now we've got some sellers that might be starting to show. So we'll just do what we do. We'll just let them come to us. We are going to get a potential. I'm going to get a potential short. Guys, so caveats on the short. Nice caveats on the short. We need the FESX to be under yesterday's high. We want the FDAX to be under the OSR. Breezy. That's one thing, Breezy, we don't see a lot of in Japan is car accidents. I think we've seen one car accident in probably the last 2 years. All right. So we are about to pick up, guys. We're about to pick up a trade. Now, the deal with the trade is it's going to be a ratio-based SPR short. Now, if you want to enter off the body of the candle, guys, they must go up first before coming down, right? They must go up before coming down. Now, for those that want to enter outside the range of the candle, guys, at 081, I've got to see buyers show first before we look to sell. All right, what I'm looking for is these buyers to push in and get absolutely hammered. Now, the reason being is we're trying to push back through this previous 240 high. That 100 fib, guys, is that high point, that really key market high point we were talking about. Now, the FESX is back into the pre-top as well. I said, again, if we're going to go short, guys, if we're going to go short underneath this candle, guys, at 081, it's going to carry 5, 10, 15, 20. It's going to carry 25 points, which is our full risk profile. What may be smarter, guys, and I might be asking too much of the market, is if the buyers do push up, guys, and they get up around my arrowhead here. So if you see the buyers push up and get absolutely hammered, then we are looking, so they must get up here, guys. They must come up here. We are looking for an upper OSR style reversal that feeds into the body reversal of this static bar reversal at 092. Okay, now I haven't seen the buyers push up high enough to justify a body entry just yet. And if they do that, which they are entitled to do, so if they do that. So again, what I was looking for the buyers to push up and fail and then put our entry on at 092. Now, if you've defined the push up to the upper OSR enough, guys, then you've gone short at 092. You are clearly reading the market very, very well. Geez, beautiful trade. All I wanted for the junior traders was the buyers to push up a little bit higher and then get absolutely slammed so we can put the order on and just join the momentum as they fall. Okay, so well done, guys. So MJ got skipped on the body entry. Giz got it, which is fantastic. We were looking for an upper OSR entry. If they just came up a couple of points higher, that would be brilliant. Now, so the market doesn't do exactly what it's meant to do every day. So see these guys, if they only went a whisker higher, we'd all be short. So those that have gone short because you were happy with the strength of the buyers pushing in and failing, well done. It's fantastic. Shelton, nice work, man. Great to visit the LTR this morning, man. Breezy, you got a 10 and 20 off the OSR. So, mate, absolutely fantastic trade. Okay, so massive well done. Have I got anybody short? That is outside the range of the candle, which is also another trade we spoke about. If you can hold the 25 points worth of risk. If you are short, guys, underneath the candle at 081, okay, literally 081. If you're short at 081, guys, worst case scenario, your first target and risk control point is 76, which you've just gone through. Right, so you've just gone through. All right, these guys look at this, look at ratio drop. So the static traders, who enter outside the range of the static bars, you guys have just got another trade. Have I got anybody short, guys, at 081? Anybody short at 081? Natasha, well done. Body entry short, nice work. So Natasha and Nathan, if you are short, try and hold this as long as you can. The FESX looks like, guys, it's going to produce a 4-point turning bar short. If we do get a 4-point turning bar short, we are going to see some selling move into the market. This could be a lot about the FDAX failing at this key market level that we were speaking about earlier. All right, so if these guys have got up here, they've lost all their speed. Guys, we've got a ratio drop. Guys, this will be a great example for the workshop on Saturday. Okay, so really lovely ratio drop. Guys, we've picked up that one. We've got the same ratio drop, picked up the same. Now we're just waiting for the candle to close, guys, to confirm, are the sellers genuinely interested in selling this market? Guys, are they genuinely interested? So again, we're going to get a 4-point or potentially get a 4-point turning bar short, guys, on the FDAX. We have definitely got a 4-point turning bar short on the FESX. So guys, to enter a short trade, we need the buyers to show. I would really like the buyers to show just a little bit more, please. All right. If the buyers show and get hammered, we can actually pick up the body entry on this SBR here, guys, at 0.72. So we can front run the 4-point turning bar. That's because the body entry has worked before. We've got a higher high. We can work it again. Now, I haven't seen the buyers push in and get absolutely slaughtered yet, but they might not get that simply because the sellers are so strong, right? These sellers are strong. There's no question. Natasha, you guys, so anybody that's short, guys, slightly more advanced traders, if you're short, guys, from the upper OSR, which I know Natasha's short off the body, we're going to try and hold your short, Natasha, for 15 minutes. Right, so we're going to try and hold your short for 15 minutes. Nathan, if you're short, we're going to try and do the same. But please also, guys, also use your staggered target strategy. So anybody that's short from the top, guys, you now have absolutely no risk on this trade, please. So the market can't take anything off you. Yes, MJ, spot on. So the market can't take anything off you. Guys, this is now money for jam. Your risk to reward ratio is probably 25, 30 times in your favor. And now it's literally money for jam. Right? It's just money for jam. For those that love stats, guys, we have 2 ratio-based SPRs today, and both of them have been ballistically good at trading their targets, guys, which is brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. Danilo, you got to go, mate. I hope you are profitable, man. I hope you are profitable. For those that are short, guys, I want you, for the short range, so the long range short traders, I want you to try and hold your trade for 15 minutes. We will know at the end of this candle whether they are going to run or not. We've got a ratio-based SBR short, guys, on the 15-minute chart. So ratio-based SBR short on the 15-minute chart. We are looking at this stage, guys, we're looking for the turn of the hour trade, guys. This might just be a collapse. They literally just may collapse the market here. So note, guys, the beautiful synergy, 4-point turning bars on both markets simultaneously. Do I have any FDAX traders that are short underneath the 4-point turning bar? All right. Anybody short under the 4-point turning bar? If you are short, guys, as per the teachings, you're short at 69. Your first target 64. You've gone through that target. Now you're going to cut all your risk off. You guys are also going to try and hold your trade for 15 minutes. So everyone's trying to hold for at least 15 minutes, please. Everybody's trying to hold for 15. This looks like these guys are going to turn. Josh, nice work, mate. These guys are going to turn and potentially bolt. Guys, if we get another 4-point turning bar on the FESX in 1 minute and 40 seconds, yeah, Josh, really exciting to see. Natasha, I know you're in the money. I know Nathan's having a ball on this one as well. Breezy, did you re-enter, mate, or are you over your daily KPI? Because every time Breezy's late to the LTR, he nails his trades. So Breezy, you might rock up every day at 1/2 the hour. That could be a new strategy. No, good. I call it absolutely brilliant. All right. So at this stage, guys, we have. I'm going to put that there. Now, I think everybody that loves ratio-based SPRs, we've had an opportunity to trade that. If you've gone short outside the range of the bar, guys, you're going to try and hold for 15. We've got Caleb, are you short on this one as well? Jack is short at 81. Perfect. Caleb, is Caleb short on this one? Because if Caleb is short on this one, I want you to hold it for 15 minutes, please. Not that, are you, okay, bugger. Oh dear. Okay. Yeah, so well done. So everyone that's short, we're trying to hold for at least 15 minutes, please. Anyone that's short, we're trying to hold for 15. Now, Caleb, my ATM I'm using at the moment, again, it's working quite well as I've got Touch 5 P2. Then I use touch 10, pay 5, and then it actually chases the market by 10 points. So my ATM then doesn't adjust until plus 20. The stop goes to 10, 30 to 20, and it just keeps building from there. I'm finding that I am picking up more 25 pointers, more longer range trades. Today, though, guys, I got ATM. Okay, Breezy, all good, mate, all good. Yeah, so guys, that ATM is working really, really well in this volatility. Again, I'm trying to nail the longer range targets. Key is, guys, I'm only up 5 points. I'm only up 5 points today. I've only had one trade that I was able to execute. I got skipped on one. I got skipped on two, actually. So I got skipped on 2 trades. When I'm moderating, guys, I tend not to chase the trades. If I wasn't moderating, I'd just push the market button. That does take a significant amount of focus, but I'm profitable, guys. I'm profitable. My minimum KPI, guys, is 5 points. Like yesterday, I did a lot over 5 points, which was good. Today, I'm on 5 points. So I will, guys, keep chipping away. Carlene has just picked up a 68 tick move on the NASDAQ. Oh, so well done, Carlene. Whoopsie. Oops. That's not what we want. That one. Okay. So what I am seeing across the trading community, which is really exciting, is people starting to go for longer range trades, as it does mean your risk to reward is obviously skewed significantly in your favor. As this weekend, guys, we've got the Back to Basics masterclass. As I am going to be talking about multiple target strategies in that masterclass. Is there anybody, guys, that wants to come to the masterclass that is not registered for the masterclass? Guys, if you're not registered yet, I was more than happy. Blas, is that you want to come but you're not registered? So I should have asked about it. Yes, okay, I'll give you the link. Guys, so anybody that wants to come along, guys, it's 2 hours. It starts at 9 a.m. Okay, no, mate, you're all good. I'm not registered. Oh, no, that's okay, mate. I'll put it in the members area. Let me. Guys, let me go and grab it for you. So we have at this stage, guys, we've got no new trades. All we're trying to do is hold our longer range. Guys, we're going to hold our longer range traders short for as long as we can. Okay, so as long as we can. So guys, here's the Rego link. Anyone that's missed the Rego, guys, 9 a.m. Sydney time for 2 hours. Effectively, guys, we're just taking everybody back to basics. The goal is, even if you're really, really good at trading, guys, there is going to be something that pops up in that thing where you're like, yeah, wow, I forgot about this, I forgot about that, or So the whole idea is to get everybody as amazing as we possibly can in 2026. Guys, that is the goal. And there's clearly a massive cost, guys, to attend. Massive cost. Can anybody tell me what the cost of the free masterclass is on the weekend? Some of you probably, your heart just skipped a beat. Sorry, that's a dad joke, isn't it? Yes, it's yes, guys. There is no charge. There is no charge for the weekend. I'm not into saying, I'll give you the secret sauce, but you've got to pay for it. That's just dumb. I'm not interested. I've been in trading schools before that have done that. As in, I was a client in a trading school in 2007 and 8, and man, every time you wanted a little bit of help, you had to pull out your wallet. I think it's disgusting. So, Suzanne, look, I really love what I do, but I'm also, as we've got probably the largest number of traders I've ever seen getting very, very big results, and they're all doing the same thing. So we might as well all do the same thing. 100%, mate. 100%. That's the trade of the day, mate. Is a ratio-based trade off a pivot like that, and look at it. So for those that are short, as those that are trying to hold the short, then you guys are waiting for this candle to close. in a perfect world, if we close under the 50 fib over there on the FESX, then we're going to try and hold it to the close of the hour, and then we go from there. Oh, Breezy, what a bargain, mate! What a bargain! All right, so those people that are short, this is going to go further, guys. We've just gone through a whole lot of resistance in that MDI there. So for the shorters, you guys are holding short. The FESX is back under the 50 fib of the day. At this stage, for everybody else, guys, I need the buyers to show inside the new hour. And then we're basically, because the buyers still own the stair step, we're still looking at selling-based reversals. I just need a new showing of the buyers that fail. So those that are still short, you're just holding short, right? So this now is complete money for jam for you guys, complete money for jam, which is always a good thing. So we've got people, guys, one of our youngest traders in the LTR is 18 and he is currently short. Not in stature, but just everyone that's short, please stay short. Stay short. All right, now where are we looking, guys? Where are we looking to make sure that, again, where's everybody going to be hiding? The first port of call will be the 76 fibs, right? Which is what they're tinkering with, or they're just above the 76 at the moment. Now, guys, even though I've only made 5 points today, a little bit less than yesterday, even though I've only made 5 points, the fact is that I've been skipped on 2 trades. Now, I am stoked, even though I've only made 5 points, that we have followed our trading plan verbatim today, and the trading plan has worked again. Right, so whenever I do a debrief on a session, it's all about, did we follow our plan? Did we do what we were told? And that's the most important thing. Now, for those that are currently short, we're rolling into the turn of the hour. The moment these guys get underneath that low point, right, then that is when the sellers are going to steal the stair step. Right. So if we get below those 76 fibs, and then we don't close below those 76 fibs, then I would be tightening my stops on my long range quite well. That's quite well. So sellers now own the stair step. There's no question about that. Sellers own the stair step. What does that ultimately mean? For those that have got long range shorts on, you would be now starting to lock in a big chunk of profit. Stop loss could even come in behind the 50 fib of the day. If you run 2 candles behind the market, guys, your stop's going to be sitting over the top of the pre-top. Either way, you've locked in a really, really lovely set of trades. Yeah, really, really lovely set of trades. For everybody else, guys, we're waiting for the turn of the hour. 133 open. Mate, it probably is. Probably is. Let me get rid of that. If these guys have turned to the top, guys, off the 133 fib extension, which is the magic DAX number. So I've got them touching the 16. Oh, look at this gap down though. Look at this. Okay, so I've gone a stair step fib, slightly different to Breezy. But notice these guys have gone to the 161.8. They've come back down to the 141.4. Then they've gapped under the 141.4. Okay. Okay, man, you're going the other way. Perfect. But guys, if you were to draw your Fibonacci up, then that would explain that stall point, the 161.8. Josh, you got 5 and 20. Mate, that's a phenomenal result. Mate, well done. That is fantastic. Josh, that's the plan, mate. That's the plan. And funny thing is, mate, we're all in this together. So if there's something that I'm doing that can help you make more money, mate, I'm already doing it and it's working quite well. Because for me, it's all about, as soon as you hear the cha-ching, you know you can't lose money. the moment you hear the second cha-ching, you know you're over your daily KPI. If you start hearing multiple cha-chings, all you're doing is you're just moving further and further and further into KPI territory. Most importantly, though, guys, you cannot lose money. This is like the passion project here. Literally the passion project. Okay. So, guys, sellers are owning the stair step. There's no doubt about that, but they've only just stolen it. Buyers still own the stair step on the FESX, which leaves us with a really interesting situation. What it ultimately means, guys, I can't send you long on the FDAX into the gap, guys. That would be really silly, right? This delta, guys, that delta that is setting up here, is a delta now with a higher high. It's a delta at a swing trigger point. Okay, so if the buyers do push up, to the gap and they get hammered early, then the selling is going to continue. Right. So what it means for Natasha and Nathan and those guys that are short from the top, if we start selling down to around that delta there, then and we don't get a follow through, we don't get a thunderous move, then you guys would be again bringing your stop in above the gap. Now at this stage, swing triggers are traded with the step and the trend. Okay, so sellers own the step, sellers own the trend. So that is a swing trigger short at that delta, guys, at 27. And if you're cheeky, you would enter at 28. So if you are a swing trigger trader, guys, you want the buyers to push up, fail at a known area, and then we can go short at 28 with the intent of pushing it down towards the open and the lower OSR. So as if you are a swing trigger trader, this is setting up. For those that are short from the top of the jar, we can't go long, which means we're going to wait one more candle. Okay, we're going to wait one more candle to see if these guys are going to recommence the selling campaign. Okay. Now, what have we got over here? So we've got the FESX. So FESX is back into, right, remember we had that critical high point just there, the pink fib. So that, guys, what that would suggest for me, for those people that are already in really good profit on the FDAX, you guys are going to wait for the FESX to close underneath this pink level here, before we go short on the FDAX. Obviously, the short's nowhere near getting filled. And for Natasha and those that are short, I would make sure at this stage that you've locked in a big chunk of profit. S&P, guys, is, wow, S&P, beautiful reversal, guys, beautiful reversal long. Nice delta V3s on the S&P going long. So I'd suggest, guys, the buyers are probably going to show here, but we don't have a valid signal that we're allowed to take. FYI, guys, I'll show you the delta V3 on S&P, but the delta V3 has just gone straight through its target. So see this here, so beautiful sellers buy, sellers own the stair step. There's your turn of the hour, guys. There's your turn of the hour trade, guys, on the S&P 500, and look at the response. Notice we don't have that response over here. So the FESX is like, yeah, I don't know what I want to do today. Literally, I don't know what I want to do. Now, move some windows around here. So far we've done relatively well, guys. I do know that we had a number of people filled, guys, on a trade. I don't know how that occurred. which is really annoying. But I do hope we've been able to get, be able to get the majority of that back. If not all of it or some of it back, would be really good fun. For those clearly short guys on the SBR at the top, you guys are obviously tracking really, really well, which is great. Now, let's just see what's going on. Right, so we have two candles now. Guys, we've got two candles that have closed inside the range of the previous candle on FESX and FDAX. Now, at this stage, guys, we're not going to trade the delta short on the FDAX, guys. The black arrow is on because the FESX is into a very, very key market level, guys, that we've tested and proven a number of times. What does it mean for those that are short from the top, guys? If you're short from the top of the jar, a massive well done. What it ultimately means, guys, is that you guys are just going to bring your stop above the gap there. You want the sellers to move down and start breaking into new territory. If we get a little cluster, guys, a little cluster of three candles, all closing inside the range of the previous candle, it means that the FDAX is range trading. We'll probably see the volume drop out of the market, guys, if we do get that three candle close. That's normal. Do I still have, I'm still short, Breezy. If you are still short, we are not friends. What I do love about today is we've followed the plan again. We've picked up this one here. We waited for the double top in order to get all the junior traders in on a body entry. Guys, this one here was a little bit harder, so we had to go outside the range. But even if you got that delta, guys, that V2 delta short there, it's done nothing but move in the right direction, which I think is exciting. Nathan, yeah, so so Breezy, Nathan's wallet's probably a little heavy today with some fairly solid loose change. So I would, I'm excited for you, Nathan. I'm excited for you. Now, guys, Breezy, if Breezy passes his exams that are coming up, no pressure, Breezy. Guys, but if Breezy passes his exams, he'll be jumping on the mic. And that means that I will then be officially on the Nathan bandwagon with the intent of trying my darndest to catch Nathan, guys, by the end of the year. All right, my goal is to earn in a day what I used to earn in a month in the army. That's my goal. So my little personal objective. Jack, you got 2 times 25 and a 50. Right? That is an awesome trade. No, Suzanne, it's not a competition, but I just want to be on the long range reversals, and I've got to say, guys, it takes a lot of focus. My order got skipped today. Yeah, Jack, nice trade, mate. Nice trade. Can you imagine, guys, like young Jack, can you imagine knowing how to do this when you were 18? Is anyone in the LTR over 18 years old? Can you imagine knowing how to do this when you were 18? Holy moly, Jack. There could be some private hedge fund positions, wink, wink, available. A great company in Singapore called Samurai Day Trading. I've heard good things, man. I've heard good things. As I've been told so many times while we wait for a trade, so many times that I will never run a private hedge fund. It's like, yeah. yeah. All right, now, guys, let's have a look. All right, so the FESX, guys, FESX is moving down. So FESX is moving down towards the pink. Again, very, very key market level, guys. If they gap that, we're going to get a swing trigger short on the FESX. At the moment, guys, we're not short on the FDAX because of this concern over here. If we were short, guys, we would have been biting our nails for around about 3 to 4 minutes before that's finally gone far enough to basically trigger our risk control point. That's it. Right, so we're not missing out on anything over there. Nathan is probably still short, man. He's actually quite a tall guy, but in this trade, I'd suggest he's short. We've probably got Tash still short as well. Yeah, well done, Tash. Nice work. Massive well done. So, guys, we have got 3 candles in a row closing inside the range of the previous candle. So, as per the rule of 3, the market is now consolidating. Okay, so market is now consolidating. What does that mean, guys? What does that mean? And I'm going to sound like the fun police here, but what it does mean is we will need matching signals on both markets now to make sure they are definitely breaking outside the price range. All right, now, if I drew, guys, I'll get rid of that bigger fib for the moment. That's the one we drew on before. That's this one here. So if I think they're going to, guys, I think they're going to set up these 4-hour shorts. I think they're going to go short. Are we missing out on trades, guys? If we were to draw a Fibonacci up like this, okay, we're looking at double failure reversals off the 76 fib straight back into the bottom of the MDI and a pivot. So we could be trying to pick up tiny little 5-point trades, but I think we are probably better off, guys, having got off to a reasonable start. We're better off waiting for very clear guidance, because if the FESX can't go down properly through that pink level, highly likely we're going to turn and go back the other way. Highly, highly, highly likely, guys, we're going to do that. Okay, so guys, any questions at all, guys, about anything we've done today? If I was on a long range short, guys, I would now be making sure my stops are very tight. Long range short, only because, guys, it looks like these guys are going to try and go back the other way. Now, mind you, yeah, okay. So, Josh, again, there's a really good trailing stop you can use. Natasha, you got out at 6, 12, 22, and 42. That's an awesome trade. Got taken out to the tick. Of course. So there's 2 trailing stops. There's 2 trailing stops that you can use. You can use 2 candles behind the market, or what you can do is, if you want to try and hold on to these trades for as long as possible, this candle here moved you into more profit, so your stop can be behind this candle. That candle didn't, that candle didn't, that candle didn't, this candle didn't. So if you're trying to go for a super long range target, your stop would currently be behind the candle that last moved you into more profit, which is right there. Now that means though, if these guys don't melt down, let's say your stop's at 58, they're currently trading at 32, that's a big KPI there. That's like so your stop's like 25 points out of the market. Now, if you'd got a 5, let's say a 5, 10, 20, and now it's just money for jam, you'd be looking at locking in 5, 10, 20, and 40. That's awesome. What I tend to do, mate, is the moment we don't want 2 strong green candles against us, right? The moment I start seeing this kind of price pattern where they bounce off 76s and similar things, even though we don't want to go long, I'm basically saying, if you guys test this the first time, then you come back down, low, test it a second time, I just bring my stop all the way down over the top of the candle. So my stop might only be maybe two candles, 2 points behind the market or something like that. Now, my humble opinion, mate, understanding that the market doesn't even know you exist, right? There's no question of loyalty here, guys. The market is not loyal to Nathan or Natasha or Suzanne. My humble opinion, the market doesn't know you exist. So any question like, oh, those guys bloody stop me out to the, not being rude, those guys stop me out here, stop me out there, stop me out, da. because there's no loyalty, the moment I see my team failing, Josh, I dump them. So if I'm on a long range short, I picked up a dynamite one a couple of days ago. If I'm in a long range short, I think I've got 35 points. If I'm a long range short and I see my team struggling, mate, I'm very quick to throw them under the bus. So it's like, you're gone. Okay. What have we got, guys? What have we got? We have got let me have a look, FESX, FDAX. Okay, we've got a trade, guys. It's effectively, so sellers own the stair step. We've got a very, very large efficient candle, guys, that is effectively straight back into the pre-top, which is a pivot. What does it mean? Is the fact that we're mucking around in the MDI as well. The fact that if you went long at 54, you've got the pre-top at 59, minus 2 points for the tolerance, because you've got like a 3 point, tolerance. So I'll never, ever, 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 ever take a trade, guys, unless I can get my ATM to trigger, touch 5P2, unless I can get that to trigger before I get to the brick wall, guys, I'm not going to trade. I'm just not going to trade. So guys, we're just waiting for clear guidance. So we've got 3 candles closing inside the range, guys. So again, they're basically just chilling out, and then they say, yep, boom, we're going to go back up again. The question is, can we buy the market? Not without breaking a rule, guys. Look, if these buyers do buy the market, guys, it'll be annoying because I'm super keen to get another 5 points or 10 points for you. But if we start getting served up trades that don't tick the boxes, we just leave it alone. Oh, Sam, young Sally Ann was chasing you, mate, about indicators. So very excited, mate, to see what you can create. Very excited. So at this stage, how could I have done better here? Now, hindsight's a wonderful trading psychology, guys. So we've got a ratio-based static bar reversal here. We're not allowed to trade into the gap. Once we closed over the gap, we could have picked up this retrace and then taken a gap-based reversal, but that's into the 50 fib. If we took the delta V3, we've just got enough room to control our risk. There's a whole lot of justs in there. If we close above the pre-top, could we? Yeah, 100%, mate. A 4-point turning bar long. So if we got a 4-point turning bar long, Nath, you got 6, 12, 21, and 36, and that's a great result, mate. Massive, well done. That's a really, really good result. If we close a buy zone, the stair step, guys, so we're looking for selling-based reversals. If we were to close above the pre-top with a very strong, efficient candle, yes. Mate, you got the V3. MJ, well done. Well done. So, mate, if you waited for the retrace, waited for the rejection, then put your order on, that's an absolutely awesome trade. So, again, big well done to you, mate. Well done, mate. It's fantastic. As right across the trading group, we are seeing people progressively move towards being confident with what they're doing. And I think that's very exciting, guys. I think it's very exciting. So last 90 seconds, guys, we are setting up a short. Guys, so buyers on the stair step, we are setting up a short. We're not going to enter at the moment. I really don't want these sellers to go much further, please. Please don't go much further because I don't want you to wreck my short. What have we got? Yeah, no, we're going short. Okay, so okay, just have to wait for the candle to close. Those again, sellers. So buyers on the stair step. We're looking for selling-based reversals. If the FESX guys sells back down to the pink line and stays above the pink line, then we've got to be very careful about shorting the FDAX into new territory. We do have to be very careful. Okay, of course. All right. So what have we got, guys? What have we got? Buyers own the stair step. If the buyers push back above this delta here, so the delta is at 0.42. If we push back above the delta, then we can trade the delta at 0.42, but we must get above the entry price. So ideally you want them well above, so you want them to push up towards the gap. Those are at least 2 or 3 points above. There is a short at 0.42, and it would only be a 5-point target. Volatility is dropping, so you have 5-point target. Anyone that's guys comfortable with your daily goal, if you're well over your daily goal, guys, don't start threading the needle towards the end of the session. Guys, what we can do, we can put Fibonacci, guys, we can put Fibonacci over this candle down in order to catch them on the way up. And it's a 38 fib failure. If you are short, guys, if you are short at 42, your target is 37. Okay, you're on target now, you're through target. So anybody that said, Lockie, buyers own the stair step, I want a selling base reversal, I wait for the close under the gap, and then I'll trade the delta. Guys, if you're short at 42, your target is 37. And you've gone as low as 34. So anybody that has gone short on the delta, again, well done. So obviously, we got the big gap down. So we say to the buyers, you guys push back up here above our entry point, and then we'll take the short. Josh, hit the KPI. I agree with you, Bob Breezy. Thanks, mate. It's my absolute pleasure, mate. Absolute pleasure. Yeah, Breezy, it's good fun to see everybody progressing. Absolutely. What I'm really stoked about is that the Natashas of the world and the Nathans of the world, and quite a few are seeing the benefits. So, seeing the benefits of using a 2-target strategy, waiting for a trade with very low risk, with a very, very high potential to go to a longer range target, and that's clearly working. All right, now. The reason we do that, guys, is lots of people out there in the world are fascinated by a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio. And if they start banging on about that, it means that they normally went to a trading school about 20 years ago, because that was all the rage 20 years ago. That was like, wow, like Forex people coming to your house showing you how to do that for 20 grand 20 years ago. It was all about 1-to-1. The key with a multi-target strategy, guys, is on your first target. On your first target, your risk to reward ratio is not in your favor. But on your second, third, and fourth targets, the risk to reward is so massively stacked in your favor. Like on the way down there, guys, let's say Natasha went for a 50-point target and she moved her stop to plus or minus one. It means that on her long range target, she had a 50x risk to reward ratio, and people get excited about 1-to-1. I'm not being rude, but it's a very, very old teaching. It's a very old teaching. And we can do better, guys. I'm not saying it's bad. It says we can do better than that. We can do better than that. So what I might do, guys, I might start marking up the charts. So our best trade of the day was basically that short. So people that went short there and ran it down, which is obviously a really, really lovely result. I think what was the best? What did Nathan got a 36. What did young Tash end up with? A 42. Tash, you win. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put Tash on the screen. Tash got a plus 42. Right. So that's I was considering our minimum KPI is 5. Has anyone else picked up like our minimum KPI like 2 to 3 years ago? We were like, wow, if you can get 5 points a day, isn't this hilarious? Is anybody seeing, guys, slowly but surely, the trading group is going way beyond 5 points every day? Like now, okay, occasionally we get a losing trade, or we got that. I'd call that, guys, an artificial fill today. Like I don't know how people got filled there, but they did, so I'm going to put it on as a losing trade. But I do, guys. I do think that I do think that as a trading group, we are getting better and better, and that is obviously a very, very good thing. Nath, you are sitting at 36. Okay, perfect. Okay, and guys, at this stage we're just waiting. What have we got time wise? Wow, we're almost finished, guys. Almost finished. So Nath got a 36. Tash got a 42. These are good results. These are good results. Now, what I think is going to occur is this 4-hour swing trigger long, right? So they tried to trigger the long, it failed, so we sold them. They got back above, tried to trigger the long again. They lost strength in the market, then we sold them back down. I think they're going to go further. I do think they're going to go further. You cannot make this up. Right, have a look at this. Have a look at where the S&P 500 has just failed. Right now, that's the biggest market in the world, and guess where it just failed? At our daily 200% extension. So, guys, if this sell down starts, if they decide they're going to start this war again, we're going all the way back down here in probably 2 candles. Like it's incredible. Because of what we've done today, guys, we've stuck to our plan. We've done exactly what we are required to do. We've traded profitably, except for, guys, this artificial fill here, which is a little bit annoying, guys. But I just trust that anybody that got filled, guys, has been able to get their profit back. I hope that is the case. So that being said, easing the blockage in exchange for gradual reopening of the Straits of Hormuz. Yeah, MJ, interesting point. I spoke to a mate of mine that's Israeli army, and they are saying, the Israeli army is basically saying Iran can't have any enriched nuclear stuff. Like the war will not stop until they get rid of all of their enriched uranium. And Iran's turned around and just gone, no. No, we're not getting rid of it. It's ours. We made it. Bad luck. Lockie, Jack's comment. Jack. Where's Jack's comment? How far back are you, Jack? Where's it down the bottom? Can I get the special list? What special list? Hey, what special list? Did I say something? Can I get on the special list? You're gonna have to help me out there, mate. You have to help me out. All right, now at this stage, guys, we've had a good session. There's no doubt we've got some good results. I'm going to peg us down, guys, for 4 wins, and we've got this loss, guys. We've got a loss here because somehow people got filled. I don't know how, but we're gonna class it as loss anyway. So Breezy will be able to help you out, mate. Breezy will be able to help you with that one. I'll throw Breezy in the deep end. Is any questions at all about anything that we have done today? I would suggest today, guys, we have 4 really good trades. Again, we've had people with an artificial fill. So the algorithm produced 4 winning trades today. In fact, more than that, because we could have taken some additional deltas. But we'll call it 4. Hey, Christian, how are you, man? I hope you're fantastic.
I came exactly the moment where you are doing the session recap, right?
Okay. So we picked up 4 really lovely trades. Tash picked up a 42. Nathan picked up a 36. So that's obviously times $28, which is a good result. Mate, we had a couple of people. We had a couple of people that got an order filled here prematurely. So we were waiting for the higher high, and then we're going to put our entry on. And they were waiting, and they got filled. I don't know how that occurs. But what we're going to do is we are going to put a comment on here to say there was a fake fill in the market. So what I'm going to do, mate, is I'm going to report that as a losing trade, but in my comments, I'm going to say we had people get filled basically at the wrong price level, which has started happening recently. I don't know why it started happening. But mate, so structurally, the algorithm produced 4 trades. We got all 4 of them, and all 4 of them went to target. But we did have this one where people got sucked into the market. So that's us, man. We've traded really well. Tash did great. Nath did great. Jiz did great. MJ did well. Jack, guys, only 18 years old, mate. He went really well today. And we live, mate. We live to fight another day.
Great. That's nice to hear that, guys. As usual, I'm so happy to have Lachlan with us, and the person who can guide you, who can show you everything, help you in such markets. And thanks everyone for joining the live stream. From my side, just a quick reminder to everyone here that we have a May promotion going right now. 30% off for new clients, 20% off for existing clients. Check out our social media and website for more details. Follow us on our social media. Follow Lachlan on their social media. They're about to hit some big numbers on YouTube, right?
3,000. So guys, we've got 19 subscribers to go, and then we hit 3,000. So if you're feeling generous, call your mum and get her to subscribe, please.
Exactly, guys. So let's make it happen for Lachlan, who is doing every week the live trading room on Thursdays. Let's make a deal for Lachlan. We hit the subscribers, you share it with your friends, and you can also share for people who haven't traded with the Trading Pit yet the 30% discount, and everything is gonna be magical. Thanks everyone, thank you guys and girls for watching us. It was lovely to have you all here, and thanks again Lachlan for the live trading room, and we see us next Thursday.
Sounds great. Thanks everybody, well done. I'll see you. Bye for now.
Thanks guys.
Thank you everybody.
Enjoy the rest of your days. Bye bye.
Perfect.